Hey man, you already know. Tapping on the who's tools, we going crazy. GM. Hey look, man, I don't want no problems. I ain't starting nothing, man, but we going crazy. Hey, on the hood, just because they thought it was over, and they thought because they did something to the penage, you already know. It's Figaro facts. We back at it on the hood. Just had to do this. On lanes, I was gonna slow down but go harder. Dead homies and all y'all that was on the who's Figaro, how it started. For the people that don't know, on Bloods we gonna do the recap, and on the hood we gonna keep it going. Dead homies, I really let cats throw me off. The phase that was on the who's that started the who's. Let me tell y'all. Now we doing the Figaro facts because on lanes once some the I can't lie, I be fresh as hell when the feds watching. When the feds get up on me and say something about the who's on Hell Gang, I start getting spook loop. GM. I say the who's is dead. Those ain't never dead. Dead homies. None of that. Hey look, the phase that was on the who's was started the who's. Like I said, I'm blessed. We can't forget on lanes what started it, what had it, what really had people like what's going on was when I said I got on 4 extra bop. That was on there. Dead homies. Because they like, he was the gang member out here. He was gang member out here on the net. Dead homies. Let's not play lie. We keep everything real, figure real facts anyways. But I went crazy because I'm dropping all the names I got on. Like what's on there, I got on Taco from 9-4. Dead homies. And got down with Shady Avalon from Avalon on Bloods. I threw the fade on there. I threw on there when all the niggas ran out of 22, 24, all when the gangsters in the neighborhoods went up on Bloods. I was right there. I was in it on 412. I had parts in it, and the reason why I spoke on it is because I gave a nigga my blower. GM, he was supposed to go crazy, my bro. And instead of I giving him my torch and he went crazy, on dead homies, he threw it. So I put his ass, he went on the who's. Anyways, on lanes. So I threw that on there, on Bloods. Should have happened with in 22, 24 when they ran out the building. I'm telling y'all what had the who's cracking on Bloods, and then we keep going. And this is for the people that don't know what's going on. Since they took the page, we revamp it, we recap it, and they said and throw them back on here on wheels. So they was all on there. That was bad news from 9-0 was on there on Bloods. What's 9-0 was on there. Some little 40s people. Voosum Harlem was on there. Fucking what's my name? C-Bot from 5-7 was on there. The little 40s. What's his name from 40s? Little nigga with the braces on lanes. We all know what's going on. He was on there. That's when Shady Avalon and all them ran up out the thing. Boom, boom, on Bloods. They go to their tier, get up on them on lanes. They walk up there. They break out the door on G and run to the police. All of them. So all the people that we can't lie. We keep it figure facts. I'm just saying what happened on the who's on Bloods because they got it took. So I gotta go. I gotta keep it going. People asking questions. So look, that was on there. D-Boy was on there from Bonnie Honest when he got down with Shady Avalon. Shady put him out, dead homies. I got down with Shady over that. Bob, that was on there. On wheels. Goofy on there. He got the rollie. Set. We know what's going on. He was on there. Dead homies. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole I'm about to blow it down and pop it. We got time today. Gotta recap the who's. Dead homies. So I'm gonna blow it down, talk, and recap the who's and tell y'all how it got cracking and what was cracking on it and blow this shatter wax down. Know. Anyways, like I said, threw that fade on there. On Bloods. I threw the fade on there when Electric Blue got in with K5 knocked Electric Blue out of shoes. Bam. On GM, that was on there. Boom. On FRG. Another thing that's gonna go on here on Bloods because they had the video. Yeah, anyways, you're gonna keep it going. You're gonna see that when they see it. Alright, I threw that on here on Bloods. The who's the reason why Munchie got through on here on the Dead Homies. I get up on C-Star. We all on live one day on Bloods. You got to check it out. I get on C-Star. We all on live one day on L's and on Bloods. C-Star wanted to bounce on live, and Blood like, man, he like, man, what's up with the boy? Whoop de whoop. And he was talking about Munchie, and like I told him, I said, I'm exposing all type of people right now. I had GD on there. I put him out. My GD from Swan. That was on there. I threw the fade on there when I got in on GD from Swan. Caught him in the tanks on lanes. He was popping high grease on rails. I put him out on Blood Gang. So that was on there. This is my life. GM, I'm not letting nobody stop me from popping it about it. Damo. So anyways, that was on there. On L's. Yeah, the homies. All GB shit on GB and got that all whatever he been, that was on there. Where 4G. 20s what's his name? 20s, what's his name from 20s that did the bullshit, that did the shit when he, remember I said a boy from 20s, what's my boy from 20 Bloods? He took the boy stuff, had his girl call in on the tablet. They found the messages on the tablet. They whooped his ass. He was on there on Hills. KB 20s, he was on there on the set for doing bad people things on Hills. Dead Homies, you know, Lil Mac was on there. Last time I seen him, he was in a pickle suit. People that's on here on GM. Last time I seen him, he was ass up naked in a turtle suit on my mama, telling me he ain't got no problems with me. The hood. Was on there when we yanked on Termite. That's on the Who's Who's. The Who's Who's go crazy on Bloods. Let me think and pop it. Roll this up. Ooh, that almost blew up in my face. I'm so dead homies. Electric blue fade on Bloods. That fade. Oh, the host shit. How C-Star did his thing. C-Star is on my live one day on Blood Game. We popping it because I know C-Star got some fades. You don't always win fades, but on lanes, long as people say you do your thing and ain't no weird shit, okay, boom, we on here popping it. We on here popping it on Bloods. Flame get on here. 7 Flame get on here. Bop, bop. He get on here. They had some stuff going on. C-Star put him out there. And then he said a story what happened with him, and then on lanes he bled Munchie from dribble. He came on here and said we was all talking. He said, Braze, he said, man, keep it real though, cause it's the Figaro, cause it's the Who's Who's. Dead Homies. What's up with the shit? What's up with what happened with Munchie? And he like, man, when he got that peanut butter on lanes. Dead Homies. That's how C-Star page got cracking. If nobody know if you know who C-Star is, you know what I'm saying? C-Star page got cracking because I tell him straight up, I said, man, I know what happened. Like I said, we know we was going to war, over in that county. Keep it real. Like, look, people gonna get on here and lie and do they shit. The Who's Who's, remember, it was stamped. We don't do no lying on here on Wells. It's all facts. I'm not gonna tell you nothing that I really don't, what really ain't happened, or what I really know for sure. Like, yeah, it happened. You don't gotta be there to know. Oh boy told. You see his paperwork. You know he told. You know what I'm talking about? Like stuff like that on GM. Let's not get none of this mixed up, gang. On Bloods. Like I said, you be having people like Munchie and them, they got mad because they ended up on the Who's Who's. You gonna be on the Who's Who's if you from LA on the Dead Homies, and I said it, if you from LA and you bad. We not about to do no lying or capping though on 412. I didn't do it to you. I'm just a person that came out and said on the Dead Homies, this is what we gonna do, since everybody want to lie and get on here because on lanes they had, again, let me say, Cmac was on the Who's Who's. Cmac, Crip Mac 5-5, he was on the Who's Who's. Dead Homies, because I met him. Again, this is how the Who's Who's got started. People like him too on Bloods. He was big on the internet. on Lanes. I ran into him, Cmac, and on Bloods, everybody thought he was active and all that on DLB, and I run into him, and he pulled straight marks. He did big Zark move on Bloods. And the only reason I say that is because he didn't fight back. Everybody gonna get on here and gang of people's getting on here and saying C-Mac this, C-Mac that. That's on the dead homies. When I seen C-Mac, Crip Mac on Bloods, as y'all know him as, on my mama, he didn't fight back. He didn't fight back. He got his ass whooped every time by little people and big people. And then what was making it go so crazy here, again, we talking about the recap on the Who's Who. Pharaoh fat. Shit don't lie. Look, what made it go so crazy was Brick Baby, which is Brick Baby was big on the internet, on the set. Brick Baby, he was there on the set. I knew him. Nobody knew what's going on with Baby Braids. Just the people's on Bloods. Just the like some members. All the members know is Bracken on the dead homies. And another thing that happened out of Who's Who's got cracking. Adam. You know what I'm saying? Again, these videos and my videos, I'm not doing no harassing, no bad stuff, talking bad about nobody. I'm saying facts and what's going on and how people moving. I don't want nothing to be going on with nobody or happening to nobody. And I gotta say these videos because these people start to do bad shit. They telling now. They saying I'm harassing and bullying people. So look, and I do this for educational purposes only, to let y'all know the truth and the truth only. Look, 22, first thing he did was say he didn't want me. I mean, first thing he did was say it was a whole controversy on No Jumper with him and No Hundred on the set. It was a big controversy on that because, you know, first thing he did was call the nigga phone. No Hundred called me and say, hey man, you going so crazy, you should just start lying to the people. I said, what? I said, but I ain't about to be lying to nobody. Dead on me. He said, man, they'll believe it, man. They gonna believe whatever you. I said, man, what? Man, stop it. So that was on the Who's Who's. And anything y'all want back on the Who's Who's, dead homies, I'm doing a recap and I'm putting it back on the Who's Who's. On Bloods. Moose was on the Who's Who's when he got down with Frog May 7 on Bloods. Him and Moose, they got down. No. I didn't throw Moose thing on there on Bloods. I threw the fade with Moose and Porky from Schoolyard. Him and Porky got down. Porky put it on him on Bloods. Moose was talking about find some Vaseline. After he knock him out, he gonna do some crazy things to him. On Will. Porky ended up knocking Moose out. Boom, bam, on dead homies. But at first Moose was saying after he knocked him out, he was like, he was a big old prison, and he like, man, after I knock him out, I'm gonna swan, nigga, get the Vaseline. I'm looking at the homie running around like, what the fuck? Like the Vaseline? He like, he like, on swan, get the Vaseline. He got a big old beard. He had a braid on his beard. He like, get the Vaseline. He said, after I knock him out, nigga, I'm a do blood. I'm like, what? On West Side Lanes. I look and see who he was talking about. He talking about a big old Porky. I'm like, man, he ain't gonna do this. I tell the homie, shit, let them do their thing. Dead homies. That was on the Who's Who's. On West 4G. I'm trying to think of Bad Peoples. Bad Peoples was on the Who's. It was Bad Peoples on here, on the dead homies. Drop some comments, man, on the hood. All my Who's Who's are who the bad people's out there on here. I gotta do the recap on GM. And I might do some of that, the dopey ones over. Got these fades on the set. I'm about to go to the Y. I messed up and stopped talking about myself. Start going on to these Zarks. Oh yeah, another reason why the blind man was mad because he talked about this YA shit on Dead Homies. I was there with his boy that he claimed is his boy, is nigga. I swear to God, he was bad people's. It was a case. A case mean you under the guns. You pay people taxes. I swear to God, I don't, nigga, what I look like lying on these niggas. These niggas is nobody's, gang. But us. Don't forget who else was on the Who's Who's. But us. Biggie and them from South was on the Who's Who's. But us. Biggie 5 Biggie 5 was the one that says his orange popped out of places on the Who's Who's. On GM, he's a mark. On Bloods. His boy that was telling him, who came in, the other Biggie came in and said, he the police. He was on the Who's Who's. On Bloods, he'd come in the dorm straight up and go to the tanks and start talking to the police and rock out. The police come back and say, man, this dude talking about he informant. He's on the Who's Who's. DLB. And everybody that was on the Who's Who's, don't forget I talked to your homies, and your homies said on lanes, if you did it, you shouldn't have did it. GM. Another nigga about to go on the Who's Who's on wheels. On Blood. Recap. Tapping on the Who's Who's, you tap in. Keep it going. Nothing else. Pop, 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 pop. It's the Pharaoh facts now, though. Said. Still the Who's Who's. On Lanes, drop the comment on Bloods. You know why the Who's Who's got cracking. Blood, I'm gonna keep this thing going soon. Like these phase up. These phase up, though. Said. That's why they mad. They mad because I pop it. They mad because on Lanes, they talking about story. I do my thing. I get money. I do shit. Take care of kids. You know what I'm saying? Lanes, tapping on the Who's Who's. That's why they hating on me. Dead homies. Keep going crazy. It's easy. Back to these phase though. Who bad peoples? They mad. Don't forget who else was on the Who's Who's. On Bloods, Hito was on the Who's Who's. He bad peoples. On GM. He told somebody, yes sir. All these dudes happy that my page got took because on the Dead Homies, mind you, it was too many views with these dudes' names on it. On Lanes. They all gang members. All it's supposed to be peoples, but they was bad peoples. On Wheels. Tapping on the Who's Who's when you tap in. And the phase, and some of the phase I'm talking about, you wasn't bad peoples on Bloods. Just because of the phase, I was talking about some of the phase on there on Bloods, it wasn't no bad peoples. It was on there also, and then it was on there when I squad with the niggas in the Y. They kicked the door down on me on Blood Gang. I set up shop in the day room. They stole my money. So I was supposed to buy a phone from the Shady. He bad peoples. But on Lanes, put it on him. And you know what's happening? It was a boy in a Y, so it ain't nothing. Said it was games. I respect it. He whooped the shit. Hey, hit. Like I said, Jesus Christ. Gotta bounce on here. Drop the comment. Say what I'm forgetting, because I might go crazy, yank up again on the hood. This shit went way brazier than that. That's just a recap on some of it. Say it. In case you thought you was off how this goes on. This is the Who's Who's. Tap in when you tap in, don't tap in on nothing else. Say it. And don't forget though, before all this, everybody was walking around tough. Everybody acting like they the peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the faces of this, the faces of that, Dead Homies, the Who's Who's comes on 412 too. Got people running around in shambles. Everybody coming up with stories, Dead Homies, of how this happened on Lanes. It is what it is, gang. On 412. And then now it's to the point where people so much dirt and bad people, Figaro Street rotters. Now they gotta make up now they just make up shit. They saying this, they say that. I ain't tripping. On 412 too. It's on. All I'm saying is, on Lanes, for the peoples, y'all pay attention though. On Dead Homies, don't ever forget. They didn't start breathing on me or getting up on me on Lanes. Let me see. so you can see me. They ain't start breathing on me or getting up on me. Dead homies. Everybody that talk about me on West Side Lanes, I got up on you first. Dead homies. Don't forget you was saying I'm good peoples. On Wells. I'ma always expose you, always say what it is. DLB is just a matter of time or how I do it. On 9th Street. That's what the Who's is about. I don't know what nobody else is about or what happened. That's what's still going on. It's gonna keep going on. You bad peoples, I'm saying it on Lanes. Everybody else is talking about people behind their back on Lanes, and that's what happened. Put it out there. 9th Street. When you tap in, you tapping on the Who's. You don't tap in on nothing else. On Bloods, I see the people's tapping in. They like, hey, they telling me straight up. Before the Who's, they said on Lanes, I ain't even gonna lie. Like literally, somebody just told me right now, before the Who's, I ain't even gonna lie. We all was thinking, we know little stuff in the cuts in the background. Everybody knows something was going on in the background. But on everything I love, everybody was still faking the funk and acting like they was the peoples. Even though everybody, period point blank, niggas was scared to come out and just say straight up, like, nigga, whoopty whoop, nigga, we know what happened with whoopty whoop. Just like the whole world of all the gangsters know what happened with your boy that talk bad about me. Just like the whole world know, people just made a whole segment about me. On Lanes, I'm the content. I'm in jail. DM. You tap in on nothing else. On Bloods. But make sure you spit Figaro facts though before you. And that's the thing about the Who's on 412 is that it's Figaro facts. I ain't gonna cap on you on Bloods. I said your boy. What's his name? I said your boy Turtle. They said he bad to the. They said nah. I'm gonna be real. It ain't like he was. I didn't say he was just bad to the bone. I said they own him, and I said on the dead homies, he gonna get issued up on 412 because he moving wrong. And don't forget, all I say is how the members supposed to move. Figaro, cause I ain't moving nothing but how they supposed to. JM, care what nobody say, nobody felt about it. Everybody thought Wack was somebody on Wheels. They did, they didn't. I don't care. The people out of town did. JM, what I do? Wack is bad peoples. I said Wack. I said anybody that can't go to their hood on West Side Lanes, I don't care about nothing. And I need to get my hair cut. I know I look kind of rough. Still a thing. Look, you shouldn't have did it on Bloods. If you on the Who's did anything bad, get knocked out, put out anything on Lane, you shouldn't have let it happen. Figaro, I'm still about to yank up. On Bloods, I don't even be going hard on certain people already putting other shit out there. Like other little phase, because it was situations where I wasn't really feeling certain stuff, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Dead homies. Don't ever forget that. But yeah, I had P's on here, I had people on here, I had stories on here where I gotta put them back on here on GM. Shit like I'm rocking in court tanks and breaking shit. That gotta go back on there. Chanino. If I broke you on Lanes, going back on the Who's. F4G. Tap in when you tap in, don't tap in on nothing else. On Bloods. Don't forget what happened with the shit. Don't forget what happened with when another thing what was going crazy was when I put the story with me and 4Extra, when we squabbed on Bloods, he said his story, and on the dead homies, it did not add up with the rest of the people's. It didn't. But on F4G, it wasn't nothing like nobody was bad on Bloods. It was two niggas that squabbled up for what reason? No reason. Me and him had no reason to get in. See? Just because he told me where he was from 2 times. I told him on Lanes, just because you over here, you told me where you from 2 times, on Lanes, we're gonna get in. So me and Footy got down. Tapping on the Who's on Bloods. I do not want to go back and forth with nobody that can't go to their hood. If you can't go around all your homies, your gang, can't do it. Everybody asks me where J Hood at. Y'all see what's going on? Oh yeah. Another thing. See Star back by himself. See Star about to bounce on here with me. Cause again, it's facts. We about to talk about the facts on Bloods of how stuff happened. Enemies getting on the podcast talking. Two enemies. Look, imagine this. Imagine me, Baby Braze, and somebody from 107 Hoover. I'm just saying. Me and him get on here right now and talk about somebody from some shit like we can get on here and talk about some Avalons. Like, come on now. Dead homies. Man, you get what I'm saying? On Bloods, it didn't lie. That's what goes on in the world. That's what I'm up against, because I started the Who's Who's and I put people's out there on the dead homies. Before the Who's Who's, who was exposed? I'm telling you, no. Tell me. I'm right here. Wait.